Hey everybody, and welcome to Pit Stop Perspectives. I'm Trace Malden, and on today's episode, we're going to be recapping this week's Cookout 400 at Martinsville Speedway.
Everybody likes a winner, right?
Three wide finish.
That was old school ass whipping.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Ooh, let's go racing today, boys.
This week was absolutely Hendrick Motorsports week. You can tell that they had a lot to race for. Not only is this their 40th anniversary season, but Martinsville is an extremely important track to Hendrick. In fact, it's probably the whole reason that Hendrick Motorsports still exists today. Martinsville was Hendrick Motorsports' first ever win as an organization, and before that win, Mr. H didn't know if he was going to keep the team open. However, after winning their first race at Martinsville, he was so excited he decided to keep the team open, and now Hendrick Motorsports has become the most winningest team in NASCAR history. With all that being said, what better way can they come away from Martinsville than with all four of their cars in the top 10 and three of their cars making up first, second, and third? Ultimately, William Byron came away with his third win on the season, giving him the most wins of any driver again this year. However, the 5, the 9, and the 24 all spent significant time up front. Larson qualified on pole and was dominating early in the race. Elliott was running up front and looked dominant for a good period of time, but ultimately the 24 got the win. Love them or hate them, it was really cool to see Hendrick Motorsports get as excited about this win as they did. You could really tell that this win meant a lot to the organization. And I gotta say, those ruby red 40th anniversary cars looked pretty cool. Another team I was really impressed with today was Stewart-Haas Racing. They had two of their cars in the top 10, and the 41 in Ryan Preece and the 14 in Chase Briscoe. I'd really like to know what they're doing different this year. The team just seems to be better. Today's 10th place finish for Chase Briscoe puts him in 17th in the playoff rankings, only 1 point below the cut line to Bubba Wallace. Overall today, the race was better than I had worried, but it was worse than I hoped. Short track racing is supposed to be the heart and soul of NASCAR. It's what all of these drivers grow up doing. However, in the Cup Series right now, it's the most boring racing. It's just impossible to pass. Drivers couldn't bump and run even if they wanted to. Which is a shame because half the reason that short tracks are so popular is because of the aggressive driving style you have to have in order to be successful. NASCAR has got to figure this out. Whether it's the tires, whether it's the engine package, whatever it is, they have to make more aggressive moves to figure this out. However, for the first time in a long time, I think they understand this. And I think they're honestly going to make moves to improve this. I don't know how much they can do now in the season, but I'm really curious to see what they do once the season's over to improve the racing for next year. Overall, I didn't think it was a bad race. It just wasn't great. And when you're at Martinsville, one of our most historic tracks, the oldest track on the circuit, the racing needs to be great. As I said in my preview, I really wish they would have used the Bristol tire. That made for amazing racing, and I think that would have translated well over to Martinsville. But obviously, Goodyear is so worried about what the public is going to think about their tires, they had to hold a press conference in the middle of the race to apologize about the tires. So I'm not confident we're ever going to see that again. I hope NASCAR will do whatever they have to do to make this better. I really do feel like NASCAR has been listening more. The sport right now is healthier than I think it's been in a while, and I know that they want to do what they can to keep that going. The best way to do that is to listen to the fans and give us the style of racing that we want to see. Speaking of which, we're going to the beloved Texas Motor Speedway this week for the Auto Trader Echo Park Automotive 400. Obviously, in the past, Texas has been one of NASCAR's most hated tracks along with Phoenix Raceway. It's been a big debate about which one is worse. I'm curious to see how it looks again this week. I'm hopeful that things will be better, but I'm not optimistic. But anyway, let me know what you thought about this race at Martinsville down in the comments. Are you a Hendrick fan? Were you excited to see them get the win this week that meant so much to them? Are you not a Hendrick fan? Did it make you sick watching them celebrate? Also, what did you think of the racing? Let me know down in the comments. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, make like Christopher, and hit that bell so you can get notified on all of our latest NASCAR content. I appreciate you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.